Hey guys, Alan Jimenez here at Wholesaling.com. Now, today we're going to be talking about getting started in wholesaling properties. And I say properties because you can wholesale homes, you can wholesale commercial property as well. Sometimes, well, I shouldn't say sometimes, all the time, they're always overlooked is that yes, any type of real estate can be wholesale. So basically, wholesale, for those that don't know, is we're going to be getting a property super cheap. We're going to get it way below market value, usually between 50 to 70%, and we're going to lock it under contract, and we're going to resell the rights to it with the contract to an investor who will usually take it, do the little things he needs to do, maybe do some upgrades, tile, floors, all that good stuff, and then he can make all that money. But our job is basically to get in there, get it locked under contract, and then resell the rights to that. And that's what it comes down to. It's not that hard, folks. Come on. Don't make it so difficult that you don't ever get started. And I see it happening all the time, and it disappoints me because I see the potential. I see that the momentum in you guys, and you have it. You get excited, like something happens inside you, or like, oh, wow, I want to get something. It's something new. It's a new journey, and you're excited. But once it comes down to it, you're like, oh, I gotta learn this, or I have to make it perfect, or I gotta get the scripts right. I gotta get everything perfect before I make my calls. Take everything all that is trash. No, you're never, ever going to get it perfect, guys. You're never, ever going to get it perfect. So you can just forget that. Even right now, even at this current moment that I'm doing this presentation, I was like, I want to make it a little bit more perfect. I want to do it right. I was like, you know what? No, it comes down to sitting that butt down, Alan. Sitting that butt down in front of that computer and doing what you have to do to get these wholesalers educated, get them moving, get them motivated, because I know this video is going to reach someone. It's going to reach someone. They're going to be like, damn, he's speaking directly to me. I need to get my ass. And don't worry about making mistakes, because I'm going to show you the system that I use, it's at your fingertips. There's, I should say, 100,000, millions of sellers, millions of homeowners out there. So you're never ever gonna run out of homeowners. And you're like, well, Alan, there's only 300,000 people in my little bitty town. Okay, well, you know what? 300,000 is huge. Even if you used our 3-line call system, or you're calling 3 people at the same time using technology, that's what we talk about at Wholesaling.com, is using technology so that you can make maybe 100, 300 calls in an hour. Seriously, I'm not even kidding with you. Use the technology that's available to you. That it's at your fingertips. You can text 1,000 people all at the same time using our little technology that we have. I shouldn't say little because we took years to develop it, but our technology is this. What we do is you can either have us say, Alan, look, I don't know technology that well. Can you have someone develop me a list? I would like to get this type of home in this type of price range with this many bedrooms, with the homeowners that, have this amount of credit, this amount of credit. Maybe they have a 1,200 square foot home in this zip code or in this neighborhood. Go get me that data and just upload it for me. Do all the things. We can do all that for you. Don't worry. We'll work together so that we both, we get both of us get prosper. You get the sales, you make the contacts, you use our technology to call them, and then bam, you get something under contract, and maybe you only make a couple of $1,000. Maybe you make $170,000, like one of my first deals I've ever made. So, but you can do this every single day. And yeah, it takes a little bit of hustling. It takes a little bit of hustling, a little hustle bustle, get you some coffee. That's okay. Put that coffee will put the hustle in you. Get you going, get you a headset. I'm going to put a link to my headset that I use here. It's a little Jabra I highly recommend this guy, because what you can walk around and the calls are happening as you have your double screen going on. I'm going to talk about using double screens so you can see what's happening with the context that the system is calling. You want to be able to have that conversation with them about the property that you're calling them about, and then engage, and you don't have to BS people. People are smart nowadays. They're very smart. So you're saying, hey, maybe there's somebody moving in the property, moving in this area. I like to see, maybe if you're thinking about selling the property in the near future. I got these type of scripts. I have these type of scripts ready for you guys. All you really do is just follow the scripts. Give them a call. You don't have to BS them around. Say, hey, like I just mentioned, hey, I got a relative moving in the neighborhood. Let's see if you thought about selling. And yeah, you're gonna get a lot of no's. That's no problem. Don't let this don't take it personal. It only takes one yes, and that's what I love about wholesaling real estate. And it comes down to me, being a real estate broker. That's where I learned is that doing sales and getting out there and making it happen is the difference between $1 million realtor and a realtor making the average of $35,000. And I'm not even kidding. That's the average that a realtor makes every year, and I make that on one sale. So it's like, I can't believe how much potential is out here for those that would do what other people will not do. That's what's going to make you different. Like, if you get pumped up, your heart's going to be bumping. I know when I first started, your heart's going to be moving, you'll be pumped up. Use that energy. Use it. You're like, oh, well, I feel nervous. Don't worry. Don't do some push-ups. Do some squats, ladies. Do some jumping jacks. Get that energy moving, because you're gonna have your little headset going, So I'll do some with you. How about that? We'll make a little contest together. Like, Alan, I don't know. You know what? Just get in there. You have hundreds of thousands, millions of leads. Use the system. We have the system with you. Well, I'll show you how to use it in the next video. How about that? We'll look for some specific homeowners, and then maybe in the video after that, we'll upload them to our system that will call them, and then I have another system that will text them. So it's like, wow, just unbelievable resources at your fingertips at Wholesale2Millions.com. Now, you may be wondering, how can you get started? Like, what's the first things that you need to do as a wholesaler? Like, what are some of the things that I need to do? Well, I know I have to make calls, but how do I get started in Wholesale to Millions? How do I make this first million? Let's see here. So the first thing you're gonna need is some inventory, okay? You're gonna need some inventory, and that's where it comes into where you're gonna have to make some calls. You're going to have to make some calls to homeowners, because homes are your inventory. You see there? And you're thinking, well, can I just get something off of MLS? For those that don't know, MLS is multiple listing service, like something that's already on the market. Now, you can do that, but it's very hard to do, because the reason why is they've been educated. Homeowners have been educated by some realtors that their home is worth X amount of dollars. Okay, so sometimes we'll talk about that in another class, about how to negotiate that homeowner way down past his listed price. Because we don't want to pay market. We have to make our $200,000 to $100,000 in when we wholesale it to an investor. So we have to get that at an extreme discount. We'll talk about that in another class. But what we're going to be talking about today is really getting started. What are the first things you're going to have to do? Okay, so let's say, for instance, you do not have any money whatsoever. You don't have any money. Let's say you really just need to just get started. You have a few bucks that you can spend on. Maybe I'm talking about maybe $100. Okay, so if you have $100 and you need to get started, I would highly recommend you just send us an email, give us a call, text, or whatever you have to do, and just say, hey, Alan, it is what it is. I got $100. Can you get me some kind of list? Say, hey, you know what? I got $100. I need to get started. Alan, send me an email, send me a text. I'll take the time to make you a list real quick. Email it over to you. Maybe only maybe 1,000 people or something, but at least that will give you 10, 20 days of calls. Get you started. Because you're going to have to get some kind of inventory. You're going to have to make these calls to get inventory. So don't just sit there twiddling your thumbs. Okay, you need to get moving. So when you call folks, let's just say you just use your regular use your regular little headset, little regular one that comes with your phone when you bought it, and you make some calls. You can do one by one for now, okay? You can do one by one. And what I want you to say is, I want you to write this down, pause this video, get you a pen. Yes, you pause the damn video and get you a pen and write this down. Hey, homeowner's name. This is Alan, just giving you a call. I don't know if I caught you at a bad time or not. Just want to make you a quick call. Hey, would you happen to know if you're going to be selling your property anytime soon? I got one of my relatives moving in the area, and I need to find them a place. This little Aunt Hope that needs to come in, and she likes your property. She loves this neighborhood. She wants to walk here because she wants to be close to me. So something like that, mix it up. Use that enthusiasm. Please do not sound like a robot, folks. Do not sound like a robot when you're calling folks. You want to be able to be like, hey, just, in fact, throw in some laughs in there. I love doing that. Like, hey, James, this is Alan. I don't know if I caught you at the wrong time. Now, you own that house on 827 27th Street, don't you? Oh, yeah? You'd be like, yeah, I do. Well, you know what? My aunt's actually moving in the neighborhood. I don't know if you're thinking about selling in the near future, are you? He's like, well, actually, no, but, it's kind of, my wife mentioned it a couple times. Can I give you a call? But he goes, give me a call. This is my direct line. Give me a call anytime. In fact, what's a good time I can call you back? So set something up. And you get that conversation going. You got the cheery voice. He can hear your voice. It's smiling. He hears it. You're vibing, Man, that voice is so important. That's why I changed my microphone recently, because my videos have been sucking because my microphone wasn't that great. But your voice, did you know that the art of seduction is 95 or 97% voice, tone, and body language. Voice, tone, and body language. That's amazing, that much percentage, because the way you talk. Now, we can't use our body language over the phone, but we can use our tone, and they can hear it. They like that. Worst case scenario, when you're calling, so for a lot of these contacts, you'll get their cell phone, you'll get all their statistics about their property, how many square foot, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what year built, maybe their mortgage sometimes is on there, if they have a mortgage, what their bank is. You're going to get a lot of this contact information. And sometimes you'll get their cell phone and their email address. But if you don't get their email address, because it's kind of like, I would say about 40% of their emails come through the system that we have. We use about, 300 different plot points that collect data from 300 different locations. Yeah, they put all this data together from public resources, from the taxes, from the IRS information. Everything. We're pulling data from everywhere and putting it in one database and then giving it to you guys. So I highly recommend it. You need it. So if you don't get it from me, you need to get it from somewhere. Okay, so you make this call, you get the conversation going. The secondary goal, we're gonna have two goals. Okay, one goal is gonna be for you to see if they're looking to buy or sell, of course, right? And we're gonna be engaging, offering, actually talking, not like a robot. Secondly, I want you to get their secondary goal is going to be get the email of the customer or a client or the homeowner. Why, you say? Because you're going to put them on a list and be like, hey, it was really nice talking to you. Stay in contact and don't be rude with them. It's okay if they hang up the phone, they cuss at you. You don't cuss at them. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm sorry to bother you. Have a great day, sir. God bless. because you can really literally turn people around with kindness. Saying like Martin Luther King, beating them up with kindness and loving people. It actually works, even in sales. Like, don't be rude. It's okay. They can be rude to you. You don't stoop down to that level. Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for taking the time. And I swear, when I come back around sometimes, I've actually had a person today told me to fuck off. I mean, that's a literal word. And then I was like, hey, no problem, man. I'm sorry to bother you. Thank you. And he has, I'm sorry, man. I was having a bad day. Hey, don't worry about it, brother. I'm here to take care of you. If you happen to know anybody in the neighborhood, let me know. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and it ended up turning him around. Because fire, you add more gas to the flame, just adds more fire. But you put some water on that fire and it cools them off. Thank you, man. So that's just one thing I want to say. Be cheerful. Don't disrespect people. Secondary goal is get the email address, because we're going to get them a little newsletter. Not just we're gonna go through another thing where I have an email series of events that happens. Okay, we're gonna run through like a little flow chart, so that we're gonna be providing value, showing them how we can help them in the future. And who knows, we got their contact information, we got an email address. We might be able to sell them something at some other point. Maybe maybe we have affiliate marketing that we sell home insurance. Well, we sell we sell the not the home insurance, but there's another insurance, home warranty. So and we even could do refinances. So just because it doesn't work with the wholesaling, you still have a contact that you made that you can sell them another product. We talk about in another class about affiliate. It doesn't have to stop there. So we have to get all these hustles going. We have to get these hustles going to have different revenues of income. As I learned the hard way in 2007 when I was in real estate, not still in real estate, but during the recession, it was so hard. I mean, it was hard to make ends meet, and I did it with the grace of God. I mean, I was doing leases, I was doing home loans, I was doing refinances, I was doing commercial. Anything I had to do that God would give me the strength to do, I would do to make sure that I had food on the table and a mortgage that was paid. At the time, I had a mortgage, and I had a girlfriend at the time. So I was, was very, I felt I wanted to be a man, and I wanted to take care of her. I wanted to feel good that I was providing, provider. So, I mean, that's honest to God truth. I wanted to feel good. So I hope you learned a lot about, how to get started in wholesaling, because it's super important that you just sit down and get started. And this is going to get started with just as little as $100. Just as little as $100 can get you really started. You got to get a list, okay? Get the list going. Use your cell phone and just make some calls and keep going. Don't take it personal. And if you're thinking about going to MLS, I would highly recommend that you don't. It's just too hard to get one of those properties at the price where you need it, especially in 2020 and 2021 in urban city areas. I know where it's heavily condensed, where it's just right now it is a seller's market. Seller's market basically means that there's a lot of buyers and not a lot of homes available. So when that happens, the demand is high, buyers are up, and then low inventory. So that means the prices stay high. So we don't want that, okay? So what we want to do is we want to get something off market. We want to get it off market where it's never hit the MLS, never been on the database or whatever MLS you have in your city. You don't want that. You want it to be off market. You want to get it under contract fast. You want to do analysis on it. Give it to them so 60, 50 to 70% of value. Have your database of buyer lists ready. If you don't have our buyer list, I'll help you with that. There's another class that we have. There's another video here. I'll put the link there. It'll be in the training about developing your buyer list. But if you don't have a buyer list now, then go ahead and just, if you need to get started, you need to make some money now, go ahead and just talk to them, like the 5 to 10 best realtors in that area. And what you're going to do, if you can't, you're going to, how do I find the best 5 or 10 realtors in that area? Look around, drive the neighborhood, and see who has the signs. Look for the signs that have their name or photo. You see it all the time. Maybe you see it 3, 4, or 5 times or more. You see that's the person who has the listings. They've been there for a while. and just say, hey, do you have a buyer's list ready to go? And I'm specializing in off-market properties, so I'm out here, trying to make something happen. They understand, they appreciate it, they understand. They're like, okay, you know what? There's this guy, he's trying to make something happen. He goes, yeah, you know what? In fact, you can even, I'll say, you know what? You got a couple of minutes. I could take you out for a coffee, meet you at Starbucks. $5. $5. You take somebody out for, I got you coffee. You want to come coffee? We can talk about what your buyers are looking for. Sounds like a good idea, right? It's not that hard. That means at $105, you get a $100 list. You get your list going. You take a realtor out, maybe a few realtors, $125 at the most. You got some connections with the buyers, and then guess what? As soon as you get connected with the buyer, you don't need the realtor anymore. No, don't say that about the realtor, of course. But you're making connections. You're going to meet the buyer, the end buyer, the investor. That's what you're looking for. Okay, you're looking for the investor who buys properties, and once you get their information, you don't need the realtor anymore. But you don't burn that bridge. Always be thankful, because then they have the new investors come in. Hey, and then guess what? Guess what happens here? Once you develop a relationship with the realtor, hey, you say, hey, they be like, hey, we're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath over there in Sunset. Can you find something? And then that means, bam, you already know what to look for. You're looking for something off market. They say, well, what do they want to buy it at? What's their price point at? You say, $200,000. Guess what? You need to find something at 170, 180 then, right? Get it under contract. You got a buyer. Boom. Let's get it. It's already a done deal. Get it under contract. Wholesaler. Hey, it's wholesaler right here. It goes. You write the contract right. I got the contract already written for you guys. It's already there. So you send me an email. I'll put the little check out there. The contract is written. What happens? The contract is written for your benefit. So just like an attorney. He writes the contract for your benefit in case you need to back out. You do have minimum losses, like $10 or max $100. But a lot of loopholes. A loophole allows you to back out of that contract in case you need to. So it's a lot of stuff we're covering in this class. I hope you learned a bunch, and I really appreciate a thumbs up, a big thumbs up. Come on, guys. Give me that big thumbs up. Share it with your friends, because there's a lot of money to be made. You don't have to be the only one. You guys, we all work together. We all work together to prosper. And that's my goal in life, in the journey that I want to bring you along with. And we just really prosper together. So that's me at Wholesale-to-millions.com. I'll put the little link, wholesale-to-millions.com. That's me, real estate broker here at HP Agents. I've been doing real estate for 15 plus years now. I'm a broker, so that's like the top license you can get here in Texas. So that means I have hundreds of transactions completed. I have hundreds of clients that are happy. I've funded, and I'm developing new construction now in Edo and in Houston. So you're welcome to come by one of my construction sites and see me with my hat on and everything. And I know you've seen my videos before with all the developments. I'm in rehabs I've done in the past and a lot. So I have a lot of experience, and I hope you guys follow me in this journey. And I want us both to prosper. Talk to you soon. God bless. Over and out.